I want to compare the flat Earth model and the globe model in a slightly different angle. Hang in there with me. And then I have a question for all of us. The flat Earth model, when it comes to the sun and the moon, both the sun and the moon are the same size. They're also the same distance from the Earth. About 3,000 miles up there, which is very easily measurable. The sun and the moon move in synchronized, amazing spirals to create seasons, time zones, and to provide light for the cradle of life, which is called Earth. I know, it's very hard to even wrap our minds around it when we first hear it. It even shocks us all the way to the core. Yet, it did that to me for sure. Yet, let's just be courageous and go for the adventure anyways. So, talking feminine, this cradle of life is gigantic, is stationary, is the center for giving birth to life. It not only gives birth to life with all the elements that are provided in its very intelligent design, it also cares and nourishes life for thousands of years and eons. The sun and the moon are at the service of this most amazing mother of life. And that's why all the civilizations of the world have always called Earth the mother. There is a reason for that. Now, according to almost all cultures of humanity, the sun is the symbol of masculine. And the moon is the symbol of feminine. In the flat Earth model, if we really think about it, the symbols of masculinity and femininity, they work together, hand in hand, balanced, beautiful, to serve the mother. They're equal in their powers, and they have their own lights and magic. One is warm light, the other one is cool light. There are lights. Now let's go to the globe model. In the globe model, the ancient flat Earth is dismissed. So what has replaced it? Drastically. The drastic change is this. The sun, which is actually small in the flat Earth model, has been taken out of this whole equation as a service light. It has been taken out far away, creating a humongous distance between the father, the mother, and the baby moon, let's say. Now, not only it has been put millions of miles away, but it also has gotten exaggerated in size by millions of times. Not only that, it also has become stationary, grounded in its being stationary. And then all these other celestial formations have been put around it as a solar system to get their life force from this central light. Of course, that's also projected into whatever we call the rest of the universe. Every single design of other solar systems in this way are also happening around all these billions of other suns. So this is really a universe of all suns, almighty suns with forever giving energy. The light of the sun comes through millions of miles and warms up the earth that is for some reason now chaotically spinning around herself, like confused. And the earth, all of a sudden, from this mighty size, has become a very small ball again. It's not only small, but it has another little small ball running around it. And it has an axis that wobbles back and forth. And it has a very specific angle. Exactly 666 degrees from the flat plane. I let that up to your imagination, what that means. Okay, so the light of the sun comes all the way to the earth and it warms up the earth, but for some weird, magical, weird reason, when it comes to the moon, then it has to reflect to the earth and it becomes cold. Now, how would you explain that? These simple, very, very, very small things have never been explained really, and we have just accepted them. Now let's go to the point about masculinity and femininity. Are you getting my question in there? The masculine has exaggerated in its power, separate from the feminine. It gives life to the feminine. The feminine doesn't have any power of its own, really. It's just a little dust in the mighty, mighty millions of galaxies. If you were among the sun worshippers who thought that the power only comes from masculinity, which model would you choose to control humanity with? And how far would you go to push that psychosis into the mind of humanity, into the subconscious of humanity? Is it possible that the beginning of the globe model, with its agents like Galileo and Copernicus, was all created to deviate the human mind from who we are and what we are? Would this shift the entire life of humanity on Earth after being used in a very, very, very specific, intelligent way? Is that possible that since the beginning of the agricultural era, the male dominance on Earth, and from the beginning of all the organized religions, this psychic input has been put in all the religions to control humanity in the way of making God the male, the power, mighty power, of life, all the prophets' males, and then creating dysfunctional male-dominant societies with dysfunctional female passive societies living together as if like that's normal. What is going on our earth right now? A lot of people say, well, you're from another land, so you guys probably don't have equality, but we have equality of female and male in the West. Are you kidding me? Really? Are you joking with me? Equality not in the form of the female being in a slave drawing for the workforce. Equality of the female and the male is in the decision-making processes of the earth. How that has been taken away from all the females on earth. The only thing that the separate almighty masculine could be really interested in is destruction. Because a mighty, over-exaggerated masculine without its feminine counterpart is really destructive. That's why it really wants world dominance. And the female, without its functional counterpart, of course, is destructive in her own way by being passive, superficial, and not able to really take care of her children that are needed to be functional males and females. She gives into the psychosis as much as the male does. So, that is my question. If you were a sun worshipper into the complete dominance over all the resources of the earth and the minds of all humanity, which model would you choose? Where are we? Who are we? When are we going to wake up? Are we going to allow another world war to happen? Where is the feminine within all the male that needs to be waken up to care for life on earth? Where is the masculine, the functional masculine in all of us that needs to wake up to say, no, we have to heal the earth and take care of it like a functional father? Where are we? That was my question. It's very philosophical. Yet that's the question that needs to be asked at this time. Let's sit with all this.